Good evening. How is everybody today? Welcome to my attic, as it were, my studio. And I am Diane, and I am the founder of D.L. Stein's Designs here on Facebook. And tonight I am going to show you just a couple small projects I am working on real quick. Some things I'm going to be taking out to our shows for display and for sale. So one of them is these painted books, and I just painted them chalk paint, simply put a stencil on them, and did a little bit of black around the edges. That's one. This was just an old book. I also painted over the binding too. So it was just an old school book. So not valuable, no value to that. I checked, trust me. This one I have not finished yet, and it's just plain gray, and it was an old encyclopedia. So I know there's lots and lots of these out there. People are looking like, what do you do with them? This is one item. This is one thing you can do with them. Let's see what else. I have a couple other things to show you. I just got a little, this is backwards, because I don't know how to change the letters around, but it says life with an arrow. And just a simple wooden sign to sit on a shelf. You could put command performance thingy on the back, hanging on your wall. It's pretty lightweight. So, but this is just gray with some teal brushed over it. And again, I brushed around the edges. Just a little bit of dried brush, some black to give it a little bit of a border. So, what I'm going to do is show you how I'm going to finish. I need to finish this side. And this side, I'm going to do a little stenciling. And real quick here. So, you take, sorry you can't see my workspace. Alright. This works. Okay, so you take your book. And this is a chalk paint that I get locally at Junk Monkey Paint Company in Ligonier, PA. This is called 50 Shades of Gray. It's like a purplish, it's a lavender-ish gray to me. This is how they used to package it. This is an old package. They used to put in mason jars. They have new packaging of regular paint cans now. So this is the very last, I can see that. Ooh, it's dark. Of what I have. So, and I'm just using a chip brush. You can simply get at Walmart. Let's see if I can do it this way. All you want to do is brush on, oops, I'm going over the stencil side, your paint. What's nice about this particular brand of chalk paint is there's no prepping, no sanding. All you basically, I mean, you can wipe off your item that you're painting to clean a little bit, but other than that, you just brush it on, and I mean, it brushes on smooth. What I like about it, it's thick, so you don't need to put a lot of layers on. One layer is usually all, if you're going for the shabby look, one layer is all you need, and this brush kind of gives you that, thanks Kathy, that shabby chic look. So, I'm painting books. So, there's that. Got one done. And even this one, it has like these encyclopedias. They're like got a black area here, like a sticker. I just leave that on there. This little gold part down here, it's going to cover that. So, dip your brush in. And go to town. Shoop. So, you may ask, what would you do with a painted book? If you look on Pinterest, you're going to find a ton of ideas. You can display them on a bookshelf, use them as, if you need to add height to something like in your living room, you can stack them. Put a little bit of twine around them. you know, put a candlestick on them. And, you know, I mean, it's endless possibilities. You know, whatever you would display. Put candy glass, you know, if you have glass candy dishes, things like that. Just depending on your design, that's what you're going to do. So, see how fast that was? Lickety split. Encyclopedia. So, and I even brushed a little bit on the sides, but not too much because I wanted that gold leaf to shine through a little bit more. So, I'm going to let that dry. So what I would do with that afterwards is, let's get this one. I would get a stencil and stencil something on it, add a little decoration. So right now I have a board. I painted it the same color, and I'm going to take just an old sanding pad. Get these at Lowe's, Walmart, wherever. I'm just going to, since I sanded this, I'm going to go over it, make sure there's no like bumplies or anything. So you don't have to do that, but you can. The stencil I'm using, it's like a silk screened. I got these at Michael's, and they were one of a set. I cut out the word believe. And then this one is a feather. So as you can tell, I've used these before, and the sticky's a little gone on the back, but they're still very usable. So all I'm going to do is center. And you can use any kind of stencils. The hard ones, these silk screen stencils. Chocolatour is real popular right now. You can get stencils anywhere from Walmart. I get them from Walmart. Hobby Lobby, which is where I got these. Michael's, Joann's, you name it. So, but this one sticks. These silk screen ones are great because they already have a little sticky, and I used this a few times. It's still going. So all you gotta do is just wash them off, and they're good to go. So you get that down there any way you need to. I'm going to use just a little stencil brush. Again, I mean, these come in all sizes. It's called a stencil brush. No, Kathy, you can sand the book just like wood. You can treat it just like you would a wood, and it would give it an antique. You could put also an antique glaze over it, which I might do too. So, I have Waverly's chalk paint. You can get this, little bottles, Walmart, cheap. And the trick to stenciling, as anybody will tell you, is you do not need to use a lot of paint. Very little goes a long way. So make sure you have a plate, a paper. I'm using the roll to my paper towel tube. And you just kind of want very, very little paint on there, okay? And all I'm going to do, I'm going to try to do this like this. You're just going to go swirl, 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 right over those words, right into the stencil. Very easy. And you don't want it goopy gloppy because it will leak underneath. It'll seep, and then your lines will not be crisp. And then just all you got to do is you want it darker, thin layers. Thin layers. So that's as easy as it gets. So this is color. This is a pretty color. Waverly didn't put. Oh, it's called Celery by Waverly, and you can get them at Walmart. They're like pretty around less than $2. I know myself. I don't pay that much for paint. And swirl, swirl, just in circles. And it don't have, if we're going for the shabby chic look, it does not have to be perfect. You want it to look used, old, imperfect, whatever. You want it to look like it's been around for a little while. So now I'm just, the excess paint that you have on the paper, or the whatever you're using, paper plate, paper towel roll, is plenty enough to put back on. So hopefully this is working. Okay. Oh, it's not working. Oh, it's clogged. Oh no. Alright, I'm just going to keep going on here. But you're welcome. I'm doing this. Well, yesterday, did you know it was Read Across America Day at the schools? It is. And, dab, 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 dab. Now I'm dabbing. Yesterday, in the schools, our school district is, celebrating. Each day there's a new, either the kids can do something or wear something, or they get something special at lunch, or both. So yesterday it was green eggs and ham. Who remembers green eggs and ham with the cat in a hat? No, not the cat in a hat. Sam I am. So we make in the cafeteria green eggs and ham. And I am not a fan of green eggs and ham. Just like the character in the book. Blah. But basically it's just, we make it scrambled eggs and ham chunks, and add a little bit of blue food coloring to the yellow eggs. Yellow and blue make green. So if you want to make it at home, make your scrambled eggs. Mix them up in the bowl. And you can add it either before or after. It doesn't matter. To your eggs. And just beware that if you have ham in there too, it will make the ham a little gray. That's okay. And you have green eggs and ham. Okay, we're getting there. So, apparently, at the school, at the one elementary I was at before, excuse me, I just tossed that across the floor. Huh. Thank goodness the lid was on. Anyways, the little kids, the kindergarten kids, oops, and the first graders, they were not a fan. So I moved down to the next school, which is 2nd through 6th, and I'll tell you what, oh my gosh, you would have thought I gave them kids the stars and the moons for lunch. They were like so excited. They got green eggs and ham, and I mean, this is 2nd grade through the 6th graders work especially, and they're a tough crowd. Them 6th graders, they were especially excited about it all. So yep. So that it was successful. Okay, I'm just going over this. For some reason, I need to clean this better. So either just ruined it, or, and this paint against the gray I am finding is not a very nice contrast, but we'll work with it. Yay. Okay, put that. Okay, and see, it's not a good contrast, but that's okay. We'll have that. Sometimes things don't work out perfectly, but Fear not. So I'm going to get just a small paintbrush. And I'm going to go over touch it up just a little bit. Doop. And probably what I'll do, think about this. I will add something else to this one, but I don't know what I'm going to do. I either will go over it in black and have a shadow or something else, but all you do is take it and you touch it up, and it's not so bad. So in this light, it looks a little darker for my end. So, but that is the Believe, and when you keep, I have to clean this stencil. That's why it wasn't working all that good. We'll do another one. Another color. Alright, let's clean this up here. Let's clean off the brush of this. And do one more, and then I'll let you go. Woo! So, I'm working on a little tray table. So, now, what I'm going to do is, I have another board. And another stencil. This time we're going to use, I was going to put Laugh on here, or was I going to put, oh, I believe I was going to put, okay. I'm going to use, let's use blue. Something a little darker. Shake it up. These chalk paints get a little stiff, I think. So, and that one's not looking happy. Note to self, make sure all your chalk paint is stirred before using. Okay, we're going to go with the black. That's okay. These stencils, they come like this. They come in a big sheet. And you cut them apart. This one's brand new. I never used it. Ta-da. Okay. And it says Laugh. So we're going to put that's a good sentiment to have around your house. Laugh. It's good to laugh. People take life way too seriously. Way, way too seriously. Everybody argues about crap. Every once in a while, you just gotta get over yourself, you know? Okay. So, I'm just using a small chip brush. Stenciling is it's not a perfect medium, so. And I'm dabbing them, I'm dabbing. Again, you don't need a lot of paint. Wish I can get it out. Ah, there we go. Okay. So, anybody making anything cold tonight? It's kind of rainy out. Yeah. So... I'm going to get this. Oops. I'm going to get a little bit more in here. These are nice because you can peel them up a little bit and see what your progress is. The harder stencils, it's a little, you know, and then you put it back down your back right where you started. The plastic stencils, you can't do that as well. It's possible. Okay. Come on. Get in there. Okay. Well, I'm not going to promise you anything, but got it all filled in. Ha-ha. Ta-da! Ha! Okay. So when they're clean, they work beautifully. All right, I'm going to try this feather. I'll just stick that on there. Put the sticky side down. The sticky ain't working. All right. I love feathers. Ugh. I love feathers on things. Okay, now. Dab, 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 dab. Okay. So, there you go. And then, what I'm going to do is, I have a couple of, just brush. Dry brush. This brush is pretty dry by now. Just take it and just slide it across and around your piece. That adds to the antique look. In fact, you can even very, very lightly go across the whole thing. I don't know if you can see it in there, but it just adds some little bit of highlight, makes it look a little old. So my feather there, I can touch it up. I can hear it raining. They said it's supposed to snow. So, and there we go. Feather all done. So, I just added a little extra where it didn't come through. All I need is a real thin brush. Thin brushes are awesome. Let's see. So my books are not done. All right. Now, I'm going to try one more thing. Oh. Here's a book. So, I said you can take a sandpaper, go across it. This is just a sanding pad. You can, and this one's well used. Go across it. And then you take, let's see. No, we can do that. Okay. This is, see, I've got all kinds of nifty paints. All my brushes are clean, so we're going to town. This is Valspar. I got it in the Oops Paint section at Lowe's, 75 cents. Little 7 ounces. Awesome. This is a satin, and it's just a color satin. It's not saying what it is, but if you can, it's off-white. So I'm just going to dip. And I mean, this, I'll show you my brush. These are the best. The ones that have been used and abused, check out the bristles. See how they're all yuck? Take from the top, lightly drag down, up, down. You don't need a lot of paint. It just adds a little texture, a little bit of highlight. I just went over my stencil. So yeah, just adds a little bit of extra something to that. So there we go. So that's painting some signs and painting some books. Use what you got around the house. And you're cleaning out. Springtime's coming around. You need new decor. You know, you got old books and you're cleaning out your home, or who knows, sisters, parents. You're like, what am I going to do with this? You could donate it. Or if you're crafty or you need some new decorations, get yourself some paint. I used just samples I got for 75 cents. Works. Chalk paint from Walmart or chalk paint from Junk Monkey Paint. Don't matter. Oops, sorry. No matter. It all works. Thank you. Thank you, Kathy. So, that's all I got tonight. That's what I've been working on. And so have a good evening, and I will see you later this weekend. I got a busy weekend. We're moving furniture and stuff for I think for my dad's house. So got a lot going on. So have a good night. Bye. Hearts. Oh my God.